Yo, we talked a little bit about this when I ran into you at Rolling Loud, but you had this match where you were bleeding and the dude was tasting your blood out of your face.
Yeah, full gear.
Well, kind of like you had kind of said it a little bit, like you guys knew that was going to happen to you. Everyone got tested to make sure, you know.
Every we get tested pretty much every pay-per-view.
So for people who don't know, there's like you guys are having this match, and then you're bleeding out of your face, and then the dude you're wrestling, who was it?
Hangman Page.
Hangman Page starts like pretty much like
fountaining
the blood out of your face, and drinking your blood, which it's the most like hardcore ass shit I've seen since like I was a little kid watching like backyard wrestling at ECW.
Yeah.
But I remember how viral it went. But like, can you kind of like, whose idea was that? And like, were you hesitant about doing it? Like, kind of walk me through like the build up to that idea actually coming to fruition.
I'm fairly hesitant on a lot of things. As you can go through my history once again. If you want to look up my history, you see me do some wild shit in the wrestling world. It was just like we were so deep in the feud. It's like he was so enraged that it was almost like a disrespectful thing. Like it'd just be such a shock value. Like that's how crazy I pulled him into my world.
Right.
If you know Hangman Page, he's always been like through the history of All Elite Wrestling, he's been like one of the truest like goody two shoes type guys. Like he had a drinking problem as on camera and stuff, but through all in all, he always came out doing the right thing. He had morals. There's lines he didn't cross. He was like an upstanding citizen, and he was the passion and the heart of All Elite Wrestling.
And then you pulled him into the darkness.
I pulled him so far into my world because I wanted to get into this spot. He was a former world champion. I wanted that spot so bad that I was willing to do whatever I had to do and manipulate whoever I had to manipulate, which just happened to be Hangman, because he was kind of like coasting. He was like just riding the wave of his contract and stuff, and just, yes, boss, I'll do whatever I need to do. And he was complacent. And I was like, well, if you're going to be complacent, I'm not. I'm starving over here.
Right.
And you're getting out of shape eating.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? You've been eating for a while now. I deserve that spot. And if you're just going to like coast, I'm going to move you out of the way and take it. And it came true. And I crossed boundaries, like going into his house, like talking to his infant child in the crib.
That's so fucking crazy.
You know, recording it.
Can Tony Khan work out the streaming deal so I could catch up on all this shit?
I mean, those are on YouTube. You can always check those out. Yeah, you can check those out as much as you want. But like, I crossed the boundaries and I pushed things to a level where he became so.
You're talking enraged. His baby?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, I threw my merch shirt in this crib.
That's
baby's
great.
Crib.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
So like, just pushing the boundaries so much where I violated a man's home and security as a man. As a parent,
no, that's crazy.
It's you will be pushed to some crazy lengths. So that's where like I'm disrespecting you so much. I want to take something from you. So like,
so you brought him to such a dark place that he was like,
so like it wasn't just like blood drinking. It was just like no. There was,
but I'm saying like like when you guys, whose idea was that?
I think I'm going to guess it was his.
So like when you guys take that to Tony, does Tony like, yeah?
No, we don't. It's just like what you see.
Or you guys just do it on the spot. Like, so Tony Khan didn't know that was going to happen.
No.
Wow. Imagine you're the owner and like, yo, these fuckers are out here drinking blood and shit.
The first 5 minutes of the match too. It was pretty. It was like, what's our hook to keep them glued to watch the rest of this match? I'm like, well, there it is. Not me just getting stapled in the face.
And is that would that be like a normal? I guess being in both companies, is it normal that in wrestling where you guys will have a spot like that that's so extreme or crazy that the higher ups wouldn't know about it?
There's some that can backfire sometimes, and it has in both companies.
Right.
Like but once again, when you're with somebody that's kind of like trusted with the ball,
right?
Like me, I was with the Hangman Page, helped create this damn company.
Right.
You could afford to take those little risks. Like over there, if you're in the ring with Dwayne Johnson,
Don't take the risk.
You can.
You can.
He can afford to say F this, and F this.
No, he can do it.
He can do it.
Right.
But when you're in there with him, it's like, no, I got it. Like, so you kind of ride the backs of like the guys that got the pull. So for me, it was just like, I feel like we can push things a little bit more. Like when I was in the ring with Darby has a lot more tenure and a lot more trust than I did at the time. So like with Darby, we was like, we want to push this a little bit. And
I like Darby. Darby's dope.
Darby's going to push the boundaries no matter what, And so you kind of want to like, those are opportunities to be like.
It's risk. He just set someone on fire with a flamethrower like this weekend.
What I mean, like nobody else is going to get that kind of call.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it was like not a lot of people get that kind of thing, but it's like once again, like he has tenure, he has trust, and he's always been a great performer. Like Hangman Page has always been a great performer, so they kind of have that trust with the Tony Khan and with the AEW to do that kind of stuff, and the fan base welcomes it because they have that trust with the fan base as well.